Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For this video, I'm going to be reacting to Superintendent fired for punishing students who didn't clap enough for her daughter. What is going on? That sounds so dumb to me. Not only, like, if kids at school know your parent works at the school, I feel like they treat you differently, but also a parent slash teacher or whatever, staff member or whatever, that works for the school or at the school that acts like this, it kind of makes it harder for your child at the school to make friends or to be treated normally. I'm not sure, I don't know the kid, but I'm just guessing their mom sounds crazy, so the kids maybe act differently around them. Okay, daughter, act differently around her, or maybe don't talk to her because she has a crazy mom. I don't know, but let's get into the video and see what this is about, because it's weird. And please subscribe. Let me know what else I should react to in the comments below.
The Poway Unified Superintendent is out of a job after being accused of bullying and threatening students.
After meeting in a closed-door session, school board...
Okay, it might be a little too loud. Let me turn down a little bit. A little more. It's not going down. Okay.
Members for the Poway Unified School District have voted to unanimously terminate Superintendent Marianne Phelps.
Dang,
you can see
take
her
her picture off the
already
wall.
been taken off this wall.
The board has lost all confidence and trust in Dr. Phelps' ability to continue to serve as superintendent.
So this superintendent was fired from her job because she threatened to punish students because they didn't clap loud enough for her daughter.
Okay, so I thought this was like the actual news story. I didn't realize this was another like news channel. So I was surprised when he started talking. I was like, are they inserting a clip from another person's video? Guess not. This is his channel.
I am not making this up.
Oh.
This is Marianne Phelps. She's the superintendent for a school district in California. Now, because Marianne lives in a district, her daughter also goes to the local schools. Now, along with her education, her daughter is on the softball team. Now, at the end of the year, they have an award ceremony for the softball team. Now, the superintendent's daughter was honored at that event. Here is what happened.
This player was second in batting average.
This is video with the...
Okay, so remember what I said in the beginning? When people know that your mom works for the school or something, whatever, they treat you differently. Maybe because they know she's crazy or something. Maybe that's why she got this reception. Maybe they're not friendly with your daughter because of you. Or, I don't know the kid. I don't know her. Maybe she's not friendly with the other students. I don't know. But, yeah. This is the kind of reaction you get, I guess, if people are scared of your daughter because of you, or if the way your daughter acts behind the scenes that you don't know about, because some parents think their children are angels, but behind the scenes they're crazy.
The banquet provided to KPBS by the plaintiff's attorney. It shows the lead up to the most valuable player
Wait, what are they
award
blurring?
for the Del Norte High School girls softball team being given to Superintendent Phelps's daughter, who we're not naming. The applause, or lack of it, is at the crux of the matter.
Now, as you see, everyone clapped,
Seems
but
fine.
Phelps was upset because she said the claps weren't loud enough.
Says the problem started later in the evening of the banquet. These are texts Doe says the superintendent sent her asking to talk. There is another screenshot showing the two did talk for more than half an hour. Reedon says Phelps accused Doe and her friends on the softball team of not clapping loud enough when her daughter received the most valuable player award.
She mentioned her friends, but are they really her friends?
Though Doe subsequently apologized, the lawsuit says Phelps ordered school personnel to investigate the incident as a case of bullying. The lawsuit says Doe and her family were told they needed to sign a statement acknowledging the attempt to bully Phelps's daughter. They didn't, and that's when they say the investigation began.
That is so dumb. And it's also
Now,
dumb
really
that Ed
think about
interrupted
what's going
me.
on here. It's not like they didn't clap. They clapped for her daughter. It's that the superintendent didn't believe they clapped loud enough. And because they didn't clap
That's
loud
crazy.
enough, She's investigating it as an instance of bullying.
After that, the lawsuit says Phelps intimidated Doe and other softball players. It says she retaliated by her.
But this is her side of the story. I wonder what the daughter's side of the story is. Like, if you ask the daughter, would the daughter be like, I didn't notice anything wrong with that? Like, I don't know. Like, I want to hear what the daughter has to say about this. And also, this just makes the daughter look worse. Like, it's hard enough being in high school, trying to make friends. People talk behind your back, whatever. Not in my experience, but other kids. And they're going to talk about her even more because of this. The team's going to be side-eyeing her anytime she walks by in the locker room, all because of her mom.
Harassing and
if they weren't already.
Doe. It says Phelps's ultimate goal was to prevent Doe from competing.
And maybe
against
they'll
her
start
daughter
teasing
to
her
be
by
a
clapping when
pitcher
she
on
walks
the
down the
team.
hall.
So the students stood up for themselves. They went to the next board meeting and told the board what the superintendent was doing and the way she was doing it. Here's what the students said.
She used her power and influence to bully our students and essentially break up our softball program at Del Norte. I think it's finally time we ask ourselves, who is a real bully in this situation?
I and four other coaches were at the softball.
I feel like this is a more professional setting, so I wish like they would dress a little more professional. Not in sweatpants, in their tracksuits.
Banquet where this vendetta started, were never
I don't
contacted
know.
about the so-called incident. If I or any of my
Maybe
fellow coaches
it
were
doesn't
to
matter
violate
to
this
some
code of
people.
conduct and ethics, we would have been dismissed immediately from our coaching position.
Now, the superintendent wasn't going to just take this sitting down. She got on camera and said she did absolutely nothing wrong, and all this is just nonsense.
Can you say if you did or didn't reach out to students after midnight, around midnight? with claims
Where's
of
the
bullying?
daughter's
I did not.
So, as you just heard, the
Comments.
superintendent denied reaching out to students late at night. Of course not, she didn't do that. But we have text messages from the superintendent to students that.
Wait, I want to read.
But we
that.
have.
Okay, so I guess the left is her. Okay, thank you for your feedback and follow-up. Unfortunately, it greatly differs from what you shared with me that same evening. I think at this point, some are trying to cover up the poor behavior and are not being truthful, but it is what it is, and we will follow up on our end from an administration standpoint. Thank you and have a good rest of the week. Block. If someone tried to message me about not clapping for the child, I would send a voice note, clapping, send that to them, and then I wouldn't reply anymore.
Text messages from the superintendent to students that show the exact opposite.
The lawsuit includes screenshots of what appears to be Dr. Phelps texting a player near midnight after the banquet. Another screenshot of the plaintiff's call screen appears to show a 30-minute conversation between them.
Dang, I like how he zooms in after I read from the smaller version.
At midnight. It also includes other texts seemingly from Dr. Phelps accusing one student of lying, then telling her she'd follow up later from an administrative standpoint. The student was ultimately barred from all.
How do you have their number anyway?
For the
Stalker.
2023-2024 school year.
She made life hell for 10 seniors, threatening to bar them from their own graduation if they didn't admit that they did something they didn't do.
Earlier this year, one of the softball coaches.
Well, she threatened them with that, but she's the one that got fired in the end. Wow, her daughter must be so embarrassed. Like, either way she agrees or disagrees with her mom, she must be so embarrassed. Like, oop.
Just said he was concerned about being fired.
The other coach that stood up for this, he has been fired. And so I'm in the same predicament. I think the same thing's going to happen.
The players and parents repeatedly brought their concerns to the Poway Unified School Board and made their voices heard at board meetings, but claimed for months nothing was done.
So the superintendent went on the offensive and denied all these accusations and even had her daughter testify in front of the board to tell people what really happened.
I've never talked to any student about making threats about them not graduating. All of those accusations are completely false and fabricated.
Yeah, where are those?
Phelps' daughter just.
Where are those receipts? Unless that's why sometimes you shouldn't take a phone call. Sometimes you should text people so that you have receipts, because sometimes I think it's illegal to record audio if the other person doesn't know, so you can't secretly record. But yeah, sometimes don't answer the phone. Just keep texting so that you have the evidence.
Jessica fought back tears to defend her. She says the softball program is the issue.
This is about having to endure being bullied, being yelled at in front of my teammates, and being publicly humiliated and targeted for months leading up to and including the softball game.
So the school board hired someone to investigate all of these claims because people just...
I think that's because of your mom. She's the problem. She's the source.
Let it go. And after that investigation was completed, the board made a decision.
After meeting in a closed-door session, school board members for the Poway Unified School District have voted to unanimously terminate Superintendent Marianne Phelps. You can see her picture has already been taken off this wall.
The board has lost all confidence and trust in Dr. Phelps' ability to continue to serve as superintendent.
Phelps was initially placed on paid administrative leave in February, connected to the controversy students.
Okay, so first of all, the daughter said something about there's stuff happening prior to this ceremony, but if there was stuff happening prior to the ceremony, like, why didn't you do anything then? Why are you doing something now? Like, complaining about clapping, that's more embarrassing than complaining about something that's happened before. So if she complained about something that happened before, then there would be no problem. But since she chose to complain about clapping, that's what you want to complain about, not the other things that happened before. That just sounds weird.
Have nicknamed Clappergate. Last November, Superintendent Phelps was accused of bullying members of the Del Norte softball team. The team was investigated for bullying, but parents say Phelps was behind the investigation. They claim it came after Phelps felt her daughter didn't get enough applause at the team's softball banquet. One of the players filed a lawsuit against Phelps, also naming the district and other employees, claiming the investigation.
Well, they're probably clapping now that you got fired, so there's your applause.
Was biased and resulted in banning the player from playing her senior year.
Is that what you want?
The board said an investigation uncovered evidence that, quote, contradicted Dr. Phelps' statements to the district in public. Findings that ultimately led to her firing nearly a year after the scandal erupted.
It should not take a year with the knowledge that they had. There was just so much evidence from the start to show that this person should not be in this position of power.
I hope that today's event empowers the students within the district and empowers their families to have the confidence to stand up for what's right.
A valuable lesson that parents and some educators say came at the expense of students.
Now really think about how crazy this story is.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that, so there could have been possible bullying from the teammates to the daughter. It's possible, but clapping is what you complain about publicly. I'm confused. Maybe she did try to say something before, but I guess there was a banquet and you were complaining about clapping then too. Like, what? You choose the wrong things to complain about.
This woman was on such a major power trip that the amount of applause that her daughter was getting for being the most valuable player in softball wasn't enough. So she had to threaten students, call them at midnight, fire coaches. She literally suspended a student from playing in their senior year, all because they didn't clap loud enough. And then on top of it, this woman who has a PhD, who's a doctor, then lied publicly and to the board saying that it never happened, even though there were text messages and phone calls and everything that you can verify easily. Hell, she fired the softball coach. Now, just so you guys understand, the student is still suing the board and still suing this woman because I think rightfully so, she was wrong. Her opportunity to play softball in her senior year was taken away because this woman wanted her daughter to get more accolades, to be fawned over more. And the one thing that upsets me about these stories is that it's the taxpayers who are going to have to flip the bill for this. The person who should be paying that student for violating their rights is this woman. But unfortunately, that's not the way our system works. As always, tell me where I'm wrong.
Okay, so that's the end of the video. But yeah, if those bullying comments or bullying accusations were real towards her daughter, then I feel like she just made it worse. Complaining about this, trying to contact the students. If she tried to contact me, I would just troll her. But yeah, that is the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Let me know what else I should react to in the comments below. And if you want to see my experiences in Korea, you can check out my first channel, SEKSHI V. And if you want to see my other socials, it's right here under my face. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.